Right, here's my hot take then. I've crafted this one carefully. And here's what's sad. Are you ready? This is one of those ones where I don't want it to be true. I don't want it to be true, but it's spicy as fuck. So here we go. In light of what just happened and was announced recently, I predict that dev1ce will never, ever again be a HLTV top 20 player. Ever again in his career. Here's why. Because there's a couple of reasons. So first of all, he's swapping to IGL, which is a classic thing for even the greatest players ever. Kills your game. Ask your Kindar how that fucking goes. That's a classic one. Shocks. Some of these people never return to the top again. So already that's bad. Then I'm going to throw in that I actually think his IGL period is going to be extra bad, because this is a point a lot of people haven't remembered about dev1ce, is that condition he has where he has whatever sort of problem he has with his digestive system or intestines or whatever is supposedly exacerbated by stress. Guys, being the IGL is like the most stressful role in the game. Like I always make this joke, you can win a game that's close as an IGL and be stressed the whole time, whereas the pro player's like, yay, hey, we got the fucking 1v1 at the end, yeah, let's celebrate, boys. And the IGL's just thinking about like all the rounds that didn't work, and he called that execute that worked as a fluke, you know, and fuck up and get in the demos before the next match, and there's only 4 hours. Like that role is designed to give you like a permanent ulcer, even if you're in normal health, so that's a bad sign already. And he's never done it before, so I also think there's a real chance that now this is a really bad period for Astralis. And then here's the kicker, guys. Obviously, at the end of this year, there's going to be the one where it's the Chinese major. That's the next one, right? Well, think about this. As of right now, no one knows how Astralis will be. They've lost Blame F and one of their fraggers. dev1ce is make himself the IGL. So there's a world where they don't qualify to the Chinese major. And I'll tell you right now, guys, if dev1ce is just missing 4 majors in a row and he's changed his whole game and it's tanked, and then maybe Astralis like isn't even good, doesn't he just like retire at that point in time? Do you know what I mean? Like, doesn't he just sort of say like, maybe this is it for me, or maybe you just... So even though like I'd say it, I hate it because I want to believe dev1ce can always be top 20 if you want to, but I'm just going to say it. I actually think this might be like the first step down the path towards obscurity for one of the best players of all time.
Yeah, I mean, the way you phrase it is like until he retires or until he...
Ever. Oh, and there you go, Kassad. There's one last point I didn't make, and here's the other reason why also. Because when it goes to shit, Kassad, and Astralis is terrible and they don't qualify for the next major, I'll tell you the other reason I think he's just going to retire or his career's over. Because, mate, there's no one left in the team. There's none of his mates here. In fact, you know, one of the most sad things of all was finding out that thing from Richard's reporting, that the main reason why Stown and Yabi joined was that shit to do with the fucking Casper Sprout guy. I was actually hoping for real that was like, you know, dev1ce was friends with them or something, and they agreed, let's play together, like, let's win. I was hoping somebody... So if it's not even that, bro, he's going to get sick of losing and not going to fucking major after major. I don't think he sticks around. I'm just going to say I think he's going to be done.
Listen, Duncan, as a good friend I am, I have to protect your take here. I have to protect your back. Does this mean that the take stays as it is, even if he stops being in the IGL?
Yeah, because I actually think, sadly, he's going to tank his game. Yeah.
So it's like until he retires.
I mean, here's the other thing. He's also played a long time, so I also don't think personally he's going to play 5 more years. I think if he gets sick of it, he's just going to pack it in, mate. He's a legend. He can do what he wants.
Okay, I do agree, though. I do agree. I don't know what's up with you guys today. I keep agreeing with you. Okay. Like it's crazy. Like, but the thing is, I do agree because, as you pointed out, that role is very stressful. He had already been having problems with stress and his gut health and whatever that was. I don't know in the details. But he was missing tournaments, he was missing games, he was struggling with it. And being the IGL is like not really looking at your screen anymore. You are really like not that into yourself all that much. It's just you have to take care of other people, so you have to micromanage different things that you see in as IGL, you don't see as a normal player. Like you notice like missed smokes more, you notice little comments, you notice little like sentences, you notice the communication issues, and that bothers you. Little by little, it eats you up little by little, and then you end up being stressed a lot. And then depending how you react to it, it's like how is it gonna go after, right? So one more important thing for that thing to work or fail is what kind of relationship and what kind of coach you have behind you, right? And they need to be on absolutely the fucking same page for this thing to work, right? Because he's going to be calling the shots in the game. The coach is going to be calling the shots behind the game, outside of the server, on the practice game, on the way they play. They need to be on the same page. Like if for example, let's say Glaive, Zonic, and who was their Magisk, they were like on the same page when it comes to the leading that team. That turned out to be good. We had Xtaz and Apex doing well in Vitality. and all this. Like I can name more, but that's like the normal. That's a normal, comparison. But is Raga gonna be on the same page with dev1ce? That's a massive gamble. Like he stepped in after OG. Who knows how things work in OG or how Raga wants to work or whatever. Like maybe it's good, maybe it's not, right? But he needs to be on the same page with dev1ce, and he needs to understand dev1ce is just stepping into this role of IGL. This is not easy. Like it requires extra work every day. It's not like you just show up and you just call things on the fucking fly or on the practice. It's extra work before the practice. It's extra work after practice. So it's not just just play. And he has like stress issues. It's not going to go well. But, overall, I do agree with the statement, I guess, or a take that you said, is that he's not going to make it top 20 if he is the IGL. And I kind of have a feeling that this IGL thing is going to wear off pretty quickly. And he's going to realize maybe I shouldn't be doing this.
By the way, Maui, there was like a headline. I can't remember what website, but I saw it on like Play GG or one of those websites, like where it was like an interview headline. And this is like right after the dev1ce IGL move was announced. So it was the Casper Straub guy, like the director who come in, right? And the headline was like, dude, I'd have to find the wording, but it was so absurd a headline. It was like, I know for a fact that dev1ce is a big fan of Jim and how he is AWPing and IGLing. And it was like, man, when I read that, that's like nightmare fuel. Like, no, dev1ce is going to win. Like, bro, I want to be like that meme of like, stay away from him. He's a bad influence. Like, fucking Jim, bro. Of all the players, please don't be like, imagine dev1ce becoming the Danish Jim. Why? Why is that even in my mind now? Like, what do you think of this take then, Maui? Are you going the other way on it?
Well, I would imagine that if dev1ce, I think dev1ce is going to give up IGLing fast enough that actually he'll still be a top 20 player. Maybe not this year. Actually, you know what? It's really hard to get into the top 20 this year for him because, one, he's already missing this major, and I think that he's going to run this IGL idea for one more major cycle until he quits it, as he's going to probably fail at it. So I still think it's possible in the following year that he's able to make it to the top 20. That being said, I know where your angle is entirely, and it does make me pretty worried because the first thing I felt from your take wasn't like agreement or anger. It was actually just sadness. I was actually just worried that it's possible because it does feel like dev1ce is kind of choosing all the wrong moves right now. Astralis isn't making the best moves for him either necessarily, and if he's just gonna fall down this hole of just like burdening himself with more and more responsibility as he's unable to trust people, because like that tweet that he made about his feelings and how he's not having fun playing, you're not gonna have more fun as an in-game leader. Like that's like one of the least fun things to possibly do. Oh, what you have to tell now Bro, who came from a different team. You have to tell Yabby and Stown, who want to snake every IGL opper that they seem to interact with. You have an org behind you that's just like putting all of this burden on you. Like this is not getting any better for him, and that's why the take is actually, it's pretty strong, just because. But it just hurts me inside so much. Like I didn't think I was gonna get. Yeah, I didn't think I was gonna feel kind of depressed after any of these takes, but that's kind of the closest I've felt to any take getting me just kind of want to lie down. I want to lie down for
that. That one's less of a hot take and more of a hurt take, because you just realize like it's just sad, isn't it? Like the more you think about it, the more it hurts. But it's okay.
Yeah. Well. I don't know. Like this is Astralis. Why don't you just get hooks into IGL? I mean, if
no, that's terrible.
If he's so good and I'm wrong, if he's so good, why don't you just take him? Like it will be a perfect fucking thing, right? IGL, get another player, like perfect.
Yeah.
Then do it if you believe in him so much.
I mean, the craziest thing, unironically, if you think about how the brains of CS fans work, is logically to them, they must now actually think, even though this means they must just be twisting their logic up into like Twister-esque fucking pretzels, they must logically think in Heroic, the good ones were Shush and Tessis, the players they never gave a fuck about the whole time. Meanwhile, cause Cadian failed in Liquid, they'll be like, you can't have been Cadian, and then Stown and Yabby are obviously bombs. So the joke is, you've all just 180'd your whole opinion about Heroic, even though the whole time everyone was telling you those players are underrated. You're like, they suck, just replace them. You can make any super team. Right. See more cool, funny, interesting clips based on topics from my content? Well, subscribe to this channel then, or, be a pleb and don't.